Hi guys, welcome back. Sorry about the cut off from the last video. There was an issue with my internet, so unfortunately, it cut off right at the end there. Although there wasn't much left for Jacob to say there, so let's carry on.
It's just too dangerous for them in New Canton. I'm shipping my family back to Earth.
You can afford that?
Cerberus looks out for their own. They're funding the transport for me.
It's the least they can do when we're putting our lives on the line.
How may I help you, Commander?
I have a present for you, Doc.
Sarah's ice brandy? You didn't. Thank you. I always regretted not opening that original bottle when I still could. I won't make the same mistake again. Why don't we open this bottle right here, right now, you and me?
You crack open the bottle. I'll get the glasses.
I thought Alenko's biotic display might have broken Jenkins' back, but Jenkins pops up and yells, "That was awesome!" Oh, Jenkins. Soldiers like him make the Alliance great. Cerberus lacks the same enthusiasm.
With your service record, you could have gotten a tour of duty on any Alliance ship. Why'd you really leave?
Maybe it's less about leaving and more about staying. As a military doctor, I mostly treat people who are in bad shape. Often they die. And if I can help them, they move on. Either way, they leave.
Don't you have any friends or family?
No, not lacking friendship. Just stability. Joko will always have Vrolic syndrome. He would never admit it, but he needs my help, and he always will. I wish it weren't, but sadly, it's true.
Treating Joker gives you a kind of stability.
So does this ship, even if it's a copy. Or, hell, maybe it's you, Shepard. Our immovable center. A place for a person to stop and catch her breath. Or maybe I'm just happily drunk. Would it hurt if it was simple like that for once?
Here's to simply being happily drunk.
I'll drink to that.
Yeah, so will I. I love it after, just see in a second, yeah, she's like passed out on one of the beds. Yeah, see? It's quite funny. Oh, we got him his food as well.
Commander, those provisions you provided were perfect. I owe you. I've already thrown together some of my calamari gumbo.
Sure, why not?
Try a bite.
Hopefully he hasn't just cleaned the toilets or anything.
Truth told, it's based on an Asari recipe. Seems a little cannibalistic to me with their tentacle heads and all, but they ain't no good grub. Anyway, thanks again. You really came through.
Commander, what can I do for you?
You have a minute, Miranda?
Of course. I'm just finishing an operation report. I'm impressed, Shepard. So far things have gone exceptionally well. As Cerberus operations go, this is one of the best I've been a part of.
Maybe that's because this isn't a Cerberus operation.
Not to you, maybe. But I report directly to the elusive man. And I'm here because he wants me to be. Cerberus gave you a second chance, Commander. Maybe you should do the same for us.
What did Cerberus do that made you so loyal?
I suppose you deserve to know. Do you remember when I told you how I was genetically altered? Well, that wasn't my choice. My father created me. He's a very influential man and extremely controlling. He didn't want a daughter. He wanted a dynasty. I ran away as soon as I was old and brave enough. I went to Cerberus because I knew they could protect me.
You seem capable of defending yourself. Why did you need Cerberus?
My father invested a great deal in his dynasty. It wasn't a matter of just leaving. I knew he would continue to pursue his investments.
I assume that Cerberus approves of your enhanced abilities?
Of course. Cerberus fully endorses anything that advances the cause of humanity. Genetic alterations included. But unlike my father and his own selfish reasons, Cerberus and the elusive man believe in a greater good. They see the bigger picture, and I feel like I have a purpose here.
Who exactly is your father?
A businessman, but a very wealthy one. It's ironic, my father believed deeply in a human-positive agenda. He donated generously to Cerberus before I joined them. That's how I first heard about Cerberus, through my father's connections.
You've told me a lot about your father. What happened to your mother?
I never had
Don't know
one.
if you noticed there, the
Most
investigation
of my
things, they
genetic
switch
material was
sides when
based
you
on my
select them.
father's
I've got no
tissue.
idea why they
His
do
Y
that.
chromosome was altered
So
with
easy
an
to select
amalgam
the
of
same
desired
thing
traits
twice.
from various sources. How arrogant can you be? The man is completely egomaniacal. Just another reason I had to get away from him.
You talk about yourself like you're just a tool to be used. By your father? By Cerberus?
Maybe. I like to know where I fit in the world. It helps me find meaning in how I was created.
You are who you are, Miranda. You don't need to make excuses for it.
That's easy for you to say. We've both been engineered for greatness, Shepard. The difference is you were great before we rebuilt you. I'm great because of it.
Your spirit and personality are what make you great. It's what makes anyone great.
That's kind of you. I'm not sure I believe you, but thanks for saying it.
Thanks for your time, Miranda. I'll talk to you later.
Anytime, Commander.
People are talking out there, and I hear it all. I really appreciate your help with the Hawk heist. I know why we had to destroy KG's gray box, but it doesn't make it any easier. I usually travel hidden away in cargo bays. It's nice to be able to look out a window for a change. Mess Sergeant Gardner might just be an evil genius. Emphasis on the evil. The food's gotten better lately, though. I guess his reputation will take time to heal. Don't laugh, I like those books. Romance novels, crime novels, the classics. There's something about the feel of actual paper in your hands, their musty smell. It's relaxing. KG used to find books for me while on the job. Some of these are more valuable than the objects he was hired to steal. That's my favorite piece, painted for me by a child prodigy from Elysium. She was the cutest thing. She was kidnapped by slavers who hoped to sell her on Omega. I wasn't about to let that happen. I set up an idea as a buyer's rep to get a special tour of the slaver's vessel. Once aboard, I freed the girl and smuggled her off the ship. She painted that for me on the way home. I'll never forget how it felt to watch her work. I stole that on a dare, believe it or not. There was a big museum show coming to Ilium. Artifacts from Earth going on tour. Very high security. KG dared me to steal this. So I broke in, hacked the security, put a few guards to sleep, and replaced the piece with a worthless duplicate. They never knew the difference. My first museum job. Nowhere near the last. The Red Rose. That used to be my calling card when I first started out. In place of whatever I took, I left a single red rose. It wasn't until I met KG that I realized how silly it was. He had a way of making you realize when you were just being sentimental. That painting has a special place in my heart. An art collector hired me to steal it. When I got there, the painting was gone. On the way out, I saw it being hauled off by another thief. I chased him down, tackled him, and took the painting. That's how KG and I met. We never did turn it into our employers.
Okay, so we are... I'd usually at this point I'd go and do the Omega recruitments, or at least one or two of them. But what I'm going to do actually is the Firewalker DLC first, just to get myself some extra money and bits and bobs from those. It's actually not too bad to do this early on, given the fact that you don't actually have to do any combat in it. Most of it's all in the vehicle you get from it. So we're gonna try and do all of them in a single video, as long as my internet doesn't drop again. I've actually already started this and got this one at least, but the internet went out and the video was only 15 minutes long, so I decided to do it again. But here we go. I'm not going to be looking at all these planets or looking for the minerals. Like I said, I don't think anyone wants to stand there or sit there and watch me scan for minerals for hours on end. So
Scans have found something.
later on, I'll basically just go and scan, all the planets with the minerals and stuff. Not record it, not do any missions or anything like that. Yeah, just so you don't all have to watch me sit and stand there and get minerals from all those different planets, because it can take a while.
I don't think the ship is safe. We've run into the gap far too often. I'm going to stay at the next site with Dr. Aloy. I think we'll be safer there. Systems online. Welcome to the M44 Hammerhead Infantry Fighting Vehicle. This is your onboard VI. Acquired.
I'd like a closer look at that.
Caution. Guided missile system active. Obstruction detected. Path is now clear.
It's really annoying when you're scanning. It can move the vehicle about a lot, and it's very difficult sometimes to keep it in the right place. Honestly, this vehicle would have made the exploration in Mass Effect 1 so much easier. All those bloody planets you can get that are so difficult to navigate through. Now obviously we're getting all this money and stuff will be useful for getting to Omega, because we spent quite a bit of money on the Citadel.
Objectives completed.
Okay, found wreckage of freighter MSV Rosalie, M44 Hammerhead, acquired recovered research data.
Earlier when we spoke, you were very open with me. I like that, but I hope I didn't come across as too flirty. I don't want to overstep my bounds.
You're very charming, Kelly.
Thank you. The feeling is mutual. Anyway, how may I help you, Commander?
That'll be all.
I'll be. Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
Only half our fuel remains. I have detected an anomaly. Probe launched. I have found something.
and as you can see there, I'm also getting level ups from doing these missions, so like I said, it's quite useful to do early on. The Horizon mission, I believe it won't trigger unless you've got 3 or 4 of the dossiers people.
Mission objectives located.
Yeah, the people you need to recruit. Definitely not before you've got Mordin. I've only had it where once or twice where I hadn't recruited either Jack or Grunt, and it's triggered. So usually, yeah, you need to like do at least 3 or 4 of them. But once you've got the 3 or 4, that's when it will trigger. Guided missiles on this are actually really good. Like you can literally be so far away from them and still take them down.
Approaching.
Stay out of range. While this has great, you know, weapons, because obviously, like I said, it's seeking missiles. It's like made of tissue paper. It can barely take anything. There's a big point of talking points to some of your crew in Mass Effect 3. The durability of the Hammerhead versus the Mako from the first one. Well enough, those drones don't seem to go above where they are.
Warning, Geth forces detected.
As you go there, then jump straight back. Just there we go. If you stay there, usually they'll rip you to shreds a lot of the time. Especially when there's like 2 Colossus there as well, I believe. Geth Prime over there, sorry. Oh no, then see there are 2 Colossus, so we took down the other one, and get this one.
Acquired. Mission objectives completed.
Okay, data recovered from planet's surface. Historically significant artifacts recovered. Dr. Kyle's location not found among the recovered data. Geth presence on planet eradicated.
Kasumi is an interesting addition to the crew. I can see why she's good at her work. She never reveals anything meaningful about herself. It's all on the surface. It'll be a challenge getting to know who she really is. Anyway, what's up?
That'll be all.
I'll be here. Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
Don't worry, I'll read those once I've actually finished the Firewalker one. They're all just going to be ones related to it.
Fuel reserves.
Well, there should be at
50%.
least. Okay, we jump to this one.
I have detected an anomaly. Probe away. I have found something.
Systems online. Adverse geothermal activity has rendered pathfinding function inoperable. Please use manual controls to locate research base. Warning. Area compromised due to unstable volcanic activity. Acquired. Research base entrance ahead. Acquired.
We have detected a site of incredible significance located beneath a volcano. The unpredictable terrain will make retrieval of any data extremely hazardous.
I was right. This site was a roadmap leading to the main Prothean ruins. Dr. Aloy and I agree that this must remain a secret at all costs. I will not allow another Eden Prime to occur. The Geth, the Reapers, all of them, they must be stopped.
Well, we can agree on that. This hellish planet is a star map that points to a Prothean site of major significance. Dr. Aloy and I have mere hours to retrieve all we can before the coordinates become too dangerous to continue. We learned too late that the local volcanic instability is magnified by our power grid. If only we had more time to study this. I'm sure the key to unlocking everything is here. Everything, damn this planet. So basically, using the sensors uses power, which increases volcanic activity.
Activation of research-based power grid has triggered additional volcanic instability. Recommend immediate departure.
Come on, we need to leave.
Race against time thing, the volcanoes erupting. Bloody hell, come on. Oh, come on. Only one of the annoying things about this. It's like let it cool down before you can boost or jump again.
Extraction complete.
Just in the nick of time. Ah, this is a new ship, don't be wrecking it all up straight now. I've only just got it. Even all those scuff marks on my floor. Yeah, data recovered from research station. Doctor case location discovered. Landing party extracted from volcano.
Only half our fuel remains. I have detected an anomaly. Probe away. Something on our sensors.
Now, it's not unusual from this mission to not be able to collect all the research points. I can usually miss like one. I've never missed two, but yeah, one is usually I can usually miss one.
Engine temperature stabilizing.
Not as in like I miss the location of it. I just can't get to it in time before my ship freezes.
Extraction complete. Extraction complete. Caution, engine temperature falling. Extraction complete. Extraction complete.
Oh, by the way, that data pad for Kasumi's mission that I said I'd never found before, apparently you can use it to get into Hawk's private quarters without sneaking in. Kasumi like pretends to be her somehow. Like I said, I've never done it myself, but on my next playthrough I definitely will do. So yeah, no, apparently, yeah, if you get that data pad, you can go straight into his private quarters.
Warning.
So you know.
Temperature below recommended parameters.
There we go. It's the last one. There we go. Got all of them. Atmospheric data recovered from all 10 nodes. Okay, now we can go to the final Prothean base for this for the Firewalker DLC, and then after that we'll be heading to Omega to pick up Zaeed. The order I'm planning to do it in is Zaeed, Mordin, Grunt, Garrus, and then Jack.
I have detected an anomaly. Probe away. Something on our sensors.
Kinetic barrier detected. Kinetic barrier strength beyond conventional weapon capability. Recommend disabling power sources. Kinetic barrier strength reduced. Kinetic barrier strength reduced.
Yeah, most of these rocket drones popping up out the ground, you can just ignore them because you just need to destroy these.
Barrier strength reduced.
Especially need to get away from them before they actually do any damage to your vehicle. Where are the other ones? There's only one left, isn't there? Should be a cable line somewhere.
Structural damage.
Is that
Please
Mako?
avoid collision with kinetic barrier.
Ah, it's down here, that's why. Nah, just ignore them. There's a few Makos in here actually, for some reason.
Strength reduced. Kinetic barrier
Yeah, it should be
deactivated.
gone. Here we go.
Path is clear.
There we go. Okay, the site is spectacular. Time, however, has proven to be the real enemy. Even with those Blue Sun thugs hired to protect the dig site, we barely managed to erect the shield before the Geth arrived. How can they know our movements almost before we do? Am I beaming my thoughts directly to them? I must find out how they are doing this. I shall ask Dr. O'Loy for whatever help he can provide. He sounds a bit paranoid, doesn't he? I don't think you're directly beaming your thoughts to anyone, mate.
Dr. Aloy must have been indoctrinated by the Reapers. I found him sending our data to a Geth ship. I won't be responsible for another Geth attack, another Eden Prime. I've silenced Aloy. Forever.
This is valuable.
It's too late for me. They're still in my head, stealing my thoughts. I can't keep them out. I've got no choice but to destroy this relic. And myself.
Dr. Case would never understand the deal I made with the collectors. He's obsessed with these Protheans. He would sacrifice everything to learn their secrets. It nearly cost me my life, but I did it for you, Helen, to ensure you remain safe. The damn collectors agreed to spare your colony in exchange for this Prothean find. I can only hope you remained innocent of any of this ugly business. It was all for you. So that's why he betrayed you to the collectors and the Reapers for his wife. Or his daughter, maybe. I'm guessing wife, but you know, could be a daughter. Either way, that's why he did it. Now we got a nice glowy orb for our cabin. Okay, Dr. Case's research station found, Prothean artifacts recovered.
Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
Okay, oh, okay, so quite a few new messages I see from Mum. So I have to find out my child is alive third hand from the Alliance brass. Where the hell have you been? I figured whatever you're doing is classified, likely part of your Spectre operations. Just stay safe out there and keep doing your mum proud. And sneak something through a secure channel next time. Love, your mother, Captain Hannah. Title, You're Not Dead, from Emily Wong. You're alive. How come you broke whatever cover you've been under for 2 years but didn't offer an exclusive interview to your favourite reporter? Whenever you come up for air and ready to talk, let me know. Emily Wong. Gift of words, Consort Shiara. I thought that my gift of words had been incorrect, an embarrassing notion, but my contacts tell me you yet survive. I am pleased to hear that your journey continues, though I sense that you head towards an even deeper darkness. When you fought Saren, only your resolve was tested, but now I fear you cannot rely on your own strength. Take whatever steps you must to ensure that those battling at your side fight with clear minds and glad hearts. Basically telling you to make all your people loyal, otherwise people will die, or you'll all die. You and Garrus are alive. Dr. Chloe Michelle, that's the doctor we helped out in Mass Effect 1. To be a dear Commander Shepard, I was relieved to hear that you were alive. I was devastated to hear of the destruction of the Normandy and those people who didn't make it off in time. After you went missing and were presumed dead, I'd feared I'd never see you or Garrus ever again. Yet you and he did so much to help clean up the wards when you were hunting for Saren. The galaxy needs more people like you, and I'm glad that you're still here to protect those of us who've grown to depend upon both of you. Is Garrus with you again, by any chance? After being so happy to hear of your survival, I was wondering if perhaps he might have ended up with you. I left a few messages on his public accounts, but you know how he is checking his mail, and I don't think the com address I have for him works anymore, because he hasn't returned any calls. Always so busy on his grand crusades, his great passions, that he focuses on them to the exclusion of anything or anyone else. Anyway, if you know where he might be, I'd really love to hear from him, or both of you could come by next time you're near the Citadel. As far as I'm aware, I can't actually find her anywhere in this one. Okay, so Project Firewalker, good work in recovering the Hammerhead in one piece, Commander. It will prove useful. Also, the data recovered from the SMV Rosalie's emergency beacon contains significant intel on planets that Dr. Case and Dr. O'Loy investigated. ED has added the locations to your galaxy map. I hope we won the base of the Prothean site. Despite Dr. Case's obvious instability, he's proven to be a brilliant and dedicated scientist. If you salvage more of his logs or journals, it will greatly help our efforts. We still don't know how the Geth are tracking Dr. Case, so be careful. So artifacts catalogued. The artifacts you gathered might give us lead on a larger Prothean site. They have incredible value for historians and might be instrumental in building our understandings of the Prothean legacy. Excellent work in mitigating the Geth presence, Commander. We will keep you apprised of any further Geth activity should it threaten mission integrity. Atmospheric data. A very capable team is analysing the data you've gathered from the Geth research in atmospheric change. We hope it may open a new avenues for terraforming procedures for future colonies. The tech in the beacons also contains communication innovations, however, that should help us develop better systems to reduce atmospheric noise. There is no evidence of Prothean activity on this planet. That was a close one on Coromantto Shepard. A disturbing fact that came to light in analysing the channel you used to transmit your findings. Unauthorised transmissions have been sent from the MSV Rosalie to an unknown destination. It is assumed that this is how the Geth are tracking Dr. Case and Dr. O'Loy. The data you've received gives us a definite location for Dr. Case's Prothean site. The Doctor was certain that the site held Prothean revelation of enormous significance. It is recommended you head there as soon as possible to counter any Geth retrieval missions already in play. The burst of energy that coincided with the retrieval of the Prothean artifact contained coded information. Most of the data was beyond our ability to track, but the threads that we were able to decrypt have proved new avenues for research on energy transfer and biotics. It will keep the scientists busy for years to come. The data indicates that the artifact is currently inert and not dangerous. We wonder, however, that if Dr. Case had more time, he would have been able to unlock its secrets. We will continue his research. A landmark fine for humanity. Good work, Shepard. Okay. So that's all those. So we can leave this system now. Like I said, the next thing we'll be going to Omega to do some recruitments.
Welcome to Omega. You're new here, aren't you? I can always tell. Allow me to... Oh,
slightly see Zaeed in the background there.
Leave, Fargate, now.
Of course, Mocklin. Whatever she wants.
Blasted scavengers. Welcome to Omega, Shepard.
You know who I am?
Of course.
Yeah,
We had you tagged the moment you entered the Terminus systems. You're not as subtle as you think. Arya wants to know what brings a dead Spectre to Omega. I suggest you go to Afterlife now and present yourself.
Cut the attitude. I'm not here to cause problems for Omega.
Things explode around you, Shepard. You can't blame Arya for keeping an eye on you. Afterlife now.
I'm receiving quarantine warnings about the slums where Dr. Morton Solus runs the clinic. Anticipate resistance at the transport station. I have also accessed messages between mercenary groups regarding plans to deal with the Archangel. There's a recruiting station at Afterlife that may have information on him.
Please. You have to help
No one said you could talk, jackass.
You Zaeed Masani?
Yeah, that's me. You must be Commander Shepard. Hey, we have a galaxy to save.
I assume you've been briefed?
I've done my homework. Cerberus sent me everything I needed to know.
My contacts told me we're picking up 1 man, not 2.
Batarian delinquent. Pissed off someone rich enough to hire me to go after him. And for my bring him in alive rates, even.
Please, I didn't do it.
I said shut it. Tried to lead me on a chase all over the systems. He should have known better. These people always run to Omega.
Yeah, because it's like
What's your
the best
relationship
place
with
for criminals
Cerberus?
to hide.
Easy.
The whole
Cerberus
place
is
is
paying
a...
me lot of money to help you
You'll
on
never
your
find
mission.
a more
That's the long and
disreputable
short.
place of
Not many
scum
mercs would
and
take a
villainy.
suicide mission for the pay.
Most mercs don't get an offer like the one
And
Cerberus
I find some guy in a
sent me.
bar with a
This
lightsaber.
mission doesn't sound like good business, but your elusive man can move a lot of credits.
Good to have you, Zaeed. We have a lot to do.
That's what they tell me. I assume the elusive man told you about our arrangement.
No. I guess he decided to leave that information out of the dossier.
Good thing I asked.
He seems to do
Picked
that
up
a lot,
mission
doesn't he?
a little
Leave
while
things
back,
out.
just before I signed on with Cerberus. Thought you might be interested. You heard the name Vito Santiago? He's the head of the Blue Suns. Runs the whole organization. Seems he recently captured an Eldfell Ashland refinery on Zoya and is using their workers for slave labor. The company wants it dealt with.
I'll make sure we get that done.
Good. Get it out of the way so we can concentrate on being big goddamn heroes.
By the way, things he can like run away.
I better turn this thing in before it starts to stink. I'll be locked and loaded next time you're ready to get some killing done.
Okay, so let's change our squad mates. I'm gonna put in Zaeed and Kasumi. Yeah, there we go. And Zaeed now we can put up. So first of all, let's make him Warlord Commando, because it basically gives him a lot more, well, I say a lot more, 5% more health. It's a very difficult actually decision for him, because like, if you see his weapon damage, actually maybe I should make him a Warlord, because he gets a 12.50% extra boost in weapon damage compared to 5% in health. So yeah, no, actually I'm going to make him a Warlord. That sounds better for him actually, because like I said, 12.5% is a lot better than a 5% increase. We'll give him one in concussion, and nothing else we can do for anyone at the minute. Okay, actually, let me just save that there. Okay, so I'm going to end this video for here, and then, like I said, the next one I'll be going around Omega, then we'll recruit Mordin. Like I said, I'm doing Mordin, Grunt, Garrus, and then Jack for my recruitment missions. So I'll do those on, well, I'll do at least Mordin on the next video. If I have time, I'll do Grunt on the same one. But we'll see how we get along. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you all again soon.